Howdy everyone, hello and welcome to the XCOM 2 War of the Chosen Call to Arms video. I'm of course a Black Shadow, and it is time once again to defend our homes from the alien scum infesting it, and to see if this game actually has the balls to kill me. So, those of you who've been on the channel for a while will know how this works. If not, we've done a few XCOM series over the course of the channel. XCOM's Enemy Unknown, Enemy Within. We did XCOM 2 as well a couple of years or so ago, and it's time to delve into the War of the Chosen. Basically, total remaking of the game. I've never played it before, as such this is going to be pretty crazy, pretty tough, but the great thing about doing these series is that all the stories, all the characters in the game, I'm responsible for none of them. Every single character of the game is viewer submitted by you, the humble viewer. It's all your characters, your stories, your tales, your triumphs, your tragedies, and they're always fantastic. They usually are very, very busy videos as well. As such, this video will be going through the whole character creation process, whether you own the game or whether you don't. And that's why the video is going to be pretty long. It's mainly for those of you who don't have the game, as I will go through manual step by step of how to create your characters. So, a quick run through of the game, how this is going to work before we get into that. We will be playing a brand new game here. We're going to be playing the game on Commander difficulty. This is probably a bad idea considering I've never played War of the Chosen. I am going to be, over the course of this weekend, myself and CM3 are going to be playing through and recording through just the tutorial for the game, as the main campaign we're running will not be featuring it to get a more randomized start. But it's a way of just kind of getting ourselves back into the groove for how this game works, as well as a bit of introductory for everyone else, and reminding people, hey, I've got a cool arms video going on, but for the main run, we will not have the tutorial on. We will be playing this as an Iron Man game, which means that if things go to hell, I have to live with it. Those of you who remember the XCOM 2 run will remember that we very nearly lost the run. In fact, we came so close, I did a straw poll, and most people thought the run was dead. And I came back and won the game, and it was heroic, and I will never, ever forget it. But we'll be running this with an Iron Man run. Whatever. And we will also be running this with the integrated DLC for Alien Hunters and Shen's Last Gift. This is mainly for the purposes of making sure like armors and stuff are in for creation purposes. I might also delve into the missions themselves. We'll kind of see how things go. But we'll be running with everything as you can see here. Alright then, so it's time to get into character creation process for those of you who have access to the game. If you do not and need a manual walk through the game, then skip ahead a little bit in the timestamps below in the video description for that section of the video, which is going to be the majority of this video. Those of you who do have access to this game in some form or another, you guys get it pretty easy and you won't need to watch very much of this. However, I'll need to go through a few things for you guys. So, if you don't know, for the PC version of this game, you can actually export and import characters as files totally freely. Really nice and easy process for doing so. It's really, really cool. Makes stuff like doing these cool down videos super, super easy for myself as well. So I try to make use of it as much as we can. So, the way to do this is as such. You will go into your character pool. You will go ahead and create whatever characters it is that you want to create, be it ones you already have, be it one that you've made fresh for this. What you'll then need to do is click onto the checkbox here, and you'll need to go to Export Selection and click it. What you'll then need to do is to go into your pool files here, and then create yourself a new pool. Call it whatever you want, but preferably something so I know who has sent what, just so I can make sure everyone is accounted for once we get the series underway. So create whatever pool you want, and then click on it as such. And it should say that they've been selected over to the pool. You can double check this by going on to Import Character, and then clicking on the relevant pool, and you should find your characters are here. There are a couple of rules to the creation process that you will still need to adhere to. There will be a limit of 2 characters per person. If your first person gets rolled into the game, which I'll explain in a moment, then your second character will be held on the side until your first person dies. This is because these are usually very busy call to arms. A lot of people want to get into them. I think back in the last series we had about 80 submissions, which was insane. And most of them got in by the end of the run, which tells you how much shit went down. So yeah, only 2 submissions per person. Also, what you will need to do is you'll need to tell me when you send in your submission, what classes you want your characters to be. And the way this works is that there will be 5 selectable classes for the purpose of this call to arms. And those will be the base 4 classes in the game, being Ranger, Sharpshooter, Grenadier, Specialist, and also Psi Operative. My understanding is that this now runs as a separate class in War of the Chosen, as opposed to kind of like an add-on for your various classes as it was in XCOM 2. And the way it works is that every time in this campaign where I get a character that is of squaddy class or above, that's totally fresh, we will look at the class of the character. Say I get, you know, John Smith, and he's a Grenadier. So what will happen is I will then go to all the characters that have been submitted to me, and every character that has said that they don't mind their character being in a Grenadier class, I will roll a random number amongst all those characters, and whoever gets chosen will be selected as the character, and they will be entered as was given to me. Now, you can enter as many or as few classes as you want. I have no mind whatsoever. Just bear in mind that, of course, if you decide that, say, you only want your character to be, say, I don't know, a Sharpshooter, that's totally fine. I usually get a few of these. However, you've got to bear in mind that means that only when I get a new Sharpshooter rolled into the game could your character be possibly rolled in, and there will not be any preference given to characters who only choose, say, one class, for example. So generally, I suggest to people to pick 2 different classes. If you want to pick all of them, I've got no problems with that. Choose as many or as few as you wish. An additional warning as well for War of the Chosen: if you are deciding that you want to pick Psi Operative as a class, I would be careful, because Psi Ops are not available at the start of the game, and I can't guarantee how many of these I'm going to get. In XCOM 2, I only got like 2, maybe 3 of them all campaign. It's just the way the campaign went. I didn't get access to these for ages. As such, if you are considering sending me a character and say you just want them to be a Psi Operative, extreme caution. You are not likely to get into the series. Please pick a second class on the side, otherwise you risk your character just never making it in. Just a friendly warning to you guys of how this process will work. As always, any questions you guys have got, send them to me in the comment section below, and I'll answer them the best of my ability, because the odds are I'm going to miss something somewhere in this creation process. It's the way it goes. There's a lot going on. To actually send me your characters directly, what you'll need to do is join along to the channel Discord server. There's a link in the video description below. So join on the server, make your way to the XCOM 2 Call to Arms submission page. And what you need to do is click onto this here in order to open your various files. Make your way into Documents, My Games, and then look for XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. I think you could also send me directly from XCOM 2 if you have some characters from there specifically you want to send, but it is a different variant of the game, so just be careful of that. Also be aware that I don't want my game with like 40-50 mods destabilizing stuff, so please be careful when you're sending guys in that you're not using dudes with tons of custom armor pieces. Just a warning. If I do get some that are like that, I will let the person know that that's the case and ask if they can preferably try and change some of it out. Just makes my life significantly easier. So, XCOM 2 War of the Chosen, and what you do is go to XCOM Game, Character Pool, and then Importable. And what you'll find here is the pools of all the pools that are created are kept in this file here. What you'll then need to do is go to Test Pool as such. Again, preferably if you can, just give a, if you can spell correctly that is, and then go ahead and upload the pool directly. And then what will happen is that then I can go ahead and actually download that and put that in directly into my game and just install it directly, and it's all done. And it's really nice and easy, totally painless, and if you guys already got the characters made, yeah, you've got full control of what you want to do, how you want to look. It's the best way to do it. You can also, if you want, you can just send pictures of your screen and just copy and paste them into here as well. This is not a bad way of doing it as well. There is, of course, as well a template, which I have pinned up here, which you can use if you wish to use that as well. Feel free to do so, however is most convenient for you guys to send your characters across. Just bear in mind of how the selection rules work, in that there is 2 characters per person, and how the class section will work. Other than that, you're good to go. Alright then, so it's time to cover the manual creation process for your characters. This will be talking about specifically male characters. The character creation process between male and female is slightly different, and as such we'll need to cover that separately. So if you wish to make a female character, please skip ahead in the video to the relevant timestamp in order to get a more accurate creation process. Okay, so a reminder that you have access to a template that will be in the comments section or description below. You can fill this out as much or as little as you want. I've got no preferences at all. It's your characters. You design them however much you want to. If you want to just give me sort of some main ideas, you know, like some names, classes, a few specific ideas, like I want red armor and like he's wearing like a hat or whatever, then, you know, give me some license. I've got no problems with that at all. You've got to give me something to work with. You can't just give me a name and classes and say off to the races. I'm going to need something to base off, preferably. You know, just being nice. Anyways, let's talk about character creation then. So, let's go ahead to the character pool. And let's go and make ourselves a male character. We'll go through everything from top to bottom as per the template. So, Yuri, you're going to be my test subject. You poor bastard. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go into character information. So, first of all, we've got first and last names. A warning that there is character limits. Specifically, there is 11 character limit for the first name. And there is a 15 character limit for the second name. You will have to give me something for both. You can't just leave one blank. That's not how this works. So we'll need something for both. Nicknames, these will get access to you once you get hold of Sergeant class, I believe it is. It's the only thing I couldn't seem to get to open up for instant customization in-game. I managed to get everything else working, I just couldn't work it out. So it is what it is. Either way, 11 characters for that. If you don't give me one, the game will generate one for you, and you'll just have to live with whatever the heck it is. Biography. If you want to give your character a custom biography, you feel free to do so, but you're under absolutely no obligation to do so. If you don't want to send one in, I'll just modify whatever the game gives you to the character to make it kind of make a degree of sense. So if your guy's called, you know, John, I'm going to change the name and, you know, whatever else I need to do. Okay then, next up is classes. So, a reminder of how this works. There will be 5 selectable classes in the game. For you to, whoops, not that one, for you to choose from for character creation, being the 4 main classes of Ranger, Sharpshooter, Grenadier, Specialist, and also Psi Operative will be included as well, as I believe it is now its own individual class, as opposed to kind of like an add-on side to your classes as it was in XCOM 2. Now, the way character choices is done is as follows. Whenever in the game, in the campaign, I get hold of a character that is squaddy class or above, so say I get hold of John Smith, who is, say, a Grenadier. What I will do is I will look at every character submission that I've had, and everyone that said they're happy for their character to be a Grenadier class, what I will do is I will randomly choose from that pool of soldiers 1 Grenadier, and whoever is chosen will then be copied over in full as much as possible into the game, and they will be entered into the series. Now, you can choose as many or as few of your 5 classes as you want. I have no problems with this at all. However, you have to bear in mind there are some trade-offs. If you don't mind your character being any class, that means you are ultimately probably more likely to get into the series because you're going to be involved in more roles. So, say, if you wanted someone to, say, just be, say, a Sharpshooter, which is fine, I usually get 2 or 3 of these per series, got no problems with that at all, but it means that only when I get a Sharpshooter roll into the game will I make a roll potentially for your character, and there will not be preferences given to characters who only choose 1 class. So, the general suggestion I give is pick 2 different classes, if possible. It'd be very nice. So, you've got your Ranger, which is your close combat, Sharpshooter is your sniper, Grenadier is your heavy weapons, your Specialist is kind of like your support / hacker, and then Psi Ops is its own thing now as well. Additional warning as well, Psi Ops, if you choose that you want this to be one of your classes, please please add an additional class on top, because these are not available at the start of the game, and the odds are I'm not going to get many of these at all in the series. Those are here for XCOM 2. Remember, I think I only got like 3 Psi Ops the entire campaign, because just the way the campaign went, I got Psi Ops super duper late. And as such, I didn't really get much of a chance to delve into it very much. It's just the way the campaign went. It's out of my control sometimes. So if you only choose Psi Op, you really do run the risk of not entering the series, and not entering for a while as well, at the very least. So please, please be warned. Make your choices wisely. Again, if there's any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I'll answer them as best as I can. Okay, so let's get back into the character creation, into your characters more fully. So we have nationality. So there are various nations and flags that are available. I tried to get a mod in to give me more options than what was available. I just couldn't seem to get it to work. It's just the way it went. You know, it's just a case of shrug. But either way, there's still plenty of choice. United States tends to be pretty popular, but there's some other ones where, like, I usually get like a lot from like South Africa, China as well, various European countries, bits and pieces. We get all sorts in this series, which is all lovely and good. Your gender, which of course the purpose of this will be male. And then we have voices. So, XCOM has an enormous plethora of voice packs in this game, which is pretty crazy and very, very impressive. As such, what I'll do is I will quickly go through a few of these just to give you an idea of voices. If you want, again, just give me an example. I can do that, but I will go through these in a bit more detail. So, let's go through them all then. So, we've got American English 1.
Got it covered. Copy that. Double time.
American English 2.
Solid copy. I'm all over it. Roger that.
American English 3.
Got it covered. No need to ask twice. Getting it done.
American 4.
On it. Will do. On the move.
American 5.
Affirmative. I'm all over it. Go, go, go.
American 6.
Solid copy. Location confirmed. Good to go.
American 7.
Will do. I'm all over it. Moving out.
American 8.
Roger that. Copy that. Solid copy.
American 9.
Location confirmed. No need to ask twice. Got it. Moving.
American 10.
Location confirmed. Solid copy. Affirmative.
UK 1.
I'm all over it. Got it covered. Double time.
UK 2.
No need to ask twice. Got it. Move. I'm all over it.
UK 3.
Double time. Copy that. Good to go.
UK 4.
Stepping off. Double time. 10-4.
It's more that sort of like kind of Irish, and that's kind of Scottish. Could be the other way around. I forget sometimes. Australian 1.
Solid copy. Double time. No need to ask twice.
And
Got it.
Australian 2. Oh.
Already there. Solid copy. I'm all over it.
Okay, we delve into the various nations. These are all in actual legitimate dialect. So I'll go through these just very briefly, not too much. French 1.
5 sur 5. Compris.
French 2.
5 sur 5. Je m'en occupe.
French 3.
Compris. Je m'en occupe.
French 4.
Je fonce. Je confirme la position.
French 5.
Je confirme la position. Compris, j'y vais.
French 6.
D'accord. Je confirme la position.
French 7.
Bien su. Je m'en charge.
French 8.
Reçu 5 sur 5. Bien compris.
French 9.
J'y cours. Pas besoin de demander 2 fois.
French 10.
J'y cours. C'est tout bon.
Okay, into the Germans. German 1.
Bin gleich da. Verstanden.
French German 2.
Bin gleich da. Bestätigt.
German 3.
Bestätigt. Und ab geht's.
German 4.
In Ordnung. Und ab geht's.
German 5.
Sporte los. Tempo.
German 6.
Bin unterwegs. Rücke aus.
German 7.
Bewegung, Bewegung. Wird erledigt.
German 8.
Okay, bin unterwegs. Los, los, los.
German 9.
Wird erledigt. Los geht's.
German 10.
Bin schon dabei. Wird erledigt.
Okay then, so into Italians. Italian 1.
Corro. Ok.
Italian 2.
Io ci sono. Ok, mi muovo.
Italian 3.
Ci penso io. Scatto.
Italian 4.
Roger. Si può fare.
Italian 5.
Si può fare. Molto bene.
Italian 6.
Su, su, su. Io ci sono.
Italian 7.
Esiguo. Scatto.
Italian 8.
Si può fare. Posizione confermata.
Italian 9.
Ricevuto. Ok, mi muovo.
Italian 10.
Via, via, via. Corro.
Okay, into the Spanish. These are usually pretty popular. Spanish 1.
Enseguida. Venga, vamos, vamos.
Spanish 2.
Bien. Ya estoy.
Spanish 3.
Eso haré. Enseguida.
Spanish
Allá
4.
voy.
Sorry.
Yo me encargo. Afirmativo.
Spanish 5.
Eso haré. De acuerdo.
Spanish 6.
Ya estoy. Ajá, me muevo.
Spanish 7.
Allá voy. Ajá, me muevo.
Spanish 8.
Eso haré. Ya estoy.
Spanish 9.
Queda claro. Eso haré.
Spanish 10.
Ya me ocupo. Enseguida.
And I got a couple of loose ones here. We've got the Rizzo. I don't actually know what this is.
Dashing. Double time. Beat feet.
No idea. And a couple of loose DLC. So I've got the Exalt pack still from XCOM, from Enemy Unknown and such. These are kind of like the Resistance faction. So this is like a male Exalt. And you got a female, I believe. Well, it's hard to know. And then I've got Zhang, who is also from Enemy Within. The great Zhang. He was fantastic in that series.
Orders confirmed. Already there.
Oh.
Target confirmed.
Which also acts as a Chinese accent English. If there is something else specific that you want as far as voice packs that isn't in this, then you can let me know and I can see what I can do for you. Because the voice is pretty important to your characters. It's about the only thing I'm really willing to do a little bit of work for, probably. But other than that, that is your selections.
Affirmative.
Also, Exalt 2 is not going to be female because that's in female selection. I'm an idiot. Okay, and then last we've got attitude. So just a general standing stance here. So you've got by the book, you've got laid back, you've got normal, you've got twitchy, you've got happy-go-lucky, you've got hard luck, and you have got intense here. I don't think these make a huge difference in regards to your actual character. It's just, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Okay then, so into actual characters itself. So we've got our heads first. So we've got a few prototypes here for the faces. It's just a base to work from. So we've got face A, face B, face C, face D, face E, face F, and face G. Okay. From there, we've got our hairs. These hairs, the hair colors and eye colors can all be changed. We'll deal with that in a second. So we've got various hairstyles here, so we'll go through all these. So we've got obviously just bald. We've got long curls on the sides there. And long layers, which is a little bit different on the sides. We've got just a general brushed up short. There's just a general short. And a simple short there. We've got a few ponytail styles. So I'll show these off the back. We've got a slit back ponytail. We've got a loose ponytail thick. And a loose ponytail standard. Got a slit back braid. We've got a loose braid. And then we've got a man bun. Getting into general stuff here. So we've got a faded buzz cut. And then just a standard buzz there. The changes at the top. We've got short and curly. We've got ourselves a flat top here. Scrolls this down when it actually wants to work. Thank you. We've got some slightly older ones. I'm sure this will be me probably one day. Receding hair medium. Receding hair short. That'll definitely be me one day. Then we've got general parted. We've got ourselves an afro. We've got ourselves some dreads. Dreads in a ponytail. Then we've got cornrows. And then we've got some wild dreads. Wild dreads as a pony. And then we've got a few other ones here. We've got a spiky mohawk. We've got a more general mohawk here. We've got the Viking, which is this one here. And then we've got the Blowout, which is a nice reference to the original XCOM game, where a lot of your soldiers had this hairstyle. Why? I don't know. Alright, then we've got a few DLC packs that are in it as well. So this is the Anarchy packs here. So a few bits and pieces. We've got a top knot with a fade and just a standard top knot. We got a tall mohawk here, as well as a faded version. We've got short mohawks here, one with stripes, one without. We've got a top braid with, I don't know what that is. We've got spiky. We've got pigtails and a pigtails fade. It's a thing. And then we have the avatar, which is kind of like this floating sort of hair. Bear in mind, some hairs will not be compatible with certain helmets and such, but for obvious reasons. Just a warning. Okay, then we've got ourselves hair colors. So there are 26 different colors in the game. So putting in, just give me the color of what you want. If you're not so picky, just want a general shade, just tell me that, and that's fine. So we've got 0. I'll try and give you as best a view of the colors as you can. And we've got 1, slightly darker. 2, darker still. 3, it's kind of like a mousy sort of brown. 4, going into the sort of into like blondes and such. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, the reds, 9. We got 10. Then we're going into the blacks. So we got 11. We got 12. There's 13, 14, 15, and 16. It's real solid blacks here. And then we go into some funky colours. We've got 17. We've got 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then 26. Those are your various hair colours. You'll have to try and pick and pair what you want there. It's a little tricky sometimes. And then we've got eye colour, which is similar sort of style. So I hope you can see the eye as best as you can here. So we'll go through all the colours. So we've got 0, which is just standard sort of brown. 1, which is scary. 2, which is scarier. And then 3 for the blues. 4, 5, 6, which is greens. 7, 8. 9 is kind of like a yellows. 10, 11. And we go into our funky colours. So 12, 13 is like a gold. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 21 here at a solid black rouge. Cool. Alright then. So, next we want to go to race. There are 4 different races. So we've got race 0, race 1, race 2, and race 3. So you've got sort of white, black, sort of like Asians, whatever else, and mixed, I guess. For lack of a better way of describing it, I apologise if I offended anyone. It's what it is. Then we've got skin colours in as well. So these are dependent on the race you choose. So this is for race 0. 1. So put them down as sort of like 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5, and 0, 6. I believe if we go to race 1, we get a different set of skin colours. Yep. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Go to race 2. We've got 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. And then we've got race 3. So we've got 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6. That's all your races and skin colours. Okay then, so going into helmets, if you want any, you can do. Bear in mind that some of this is going to heavily affect what else is available for customization. Just bear that in mind. So we've got various helmets of the Reapers, Skirmish and Templars, which are factions in the game. Some of these are pretty cool, but you know, I would slightly exercise a touch of caution with using some of these. The hoods are generally pretty popular though, so. But hey, so here we are. Here's all these. Show all these off. I think D and A have just like a slight, maybe just a slight design change there. It's the same kind of inserts there. Those are the Skirmishers. And then the Templars. Okay, then we go to more standardized helmets and hats. So we've got ourselves lovely ball cap. We've got a backwards ball cap, bandana. I believe armor color will change the color of some of these, if not all of them. I could be slightly wrong about this. There might also be an extra color option that I've just totally missed. Boonie hat with some there's some ammo on that. Usually pretty popular. We've got a beanie. We've got ourselves a lovely dress hat. Recon hood. The Shamar scarf. Usually quite popular, that actually. We've got the Delta helmets. And then we've got a hockey mask there as well. Going into the Anarchy packs. So we've got the Kaiser helmets. Yep, that's a thing. Gas mask. Metal skulls. With one with horns. Mohawk. It's kind of weird, the Anarchy pack. Like, some people really like some of this stuff. Some people don't at all. There is definitely... It feels like there is more Anarchy stuff in War of the Chosen than there was in XCOM 2, definitely. Like, some of this I recognize, and some of it I have no memory at all. Kind of cool, you know? Kind of cool. Goggles. Got like a Sid out of Final Fantasy 7 style there. Spider mask. Muzzles. Various bits. And then the aviator helmets. And then Android, which is kind of scary. And then we've got a few Advent things as well if you want. So Advent Captain helmet. There's the Stun Lancer. Your Shield Bearer. The General Trooper helmet. There's the Avatar, which fixes and forces the Avatar hair, by the way. And the Andromedon. And I got a few others as well. We've got a floppy boonie, which I actually quite like. A general long hood. And we've also got a ski mask as well. Lovely. Okay, and yeah, I think if I was to select like hood here, yeah, this is all comes as part of the armor color changes. Okay. Upper face props. I should probably take the helmet off so you can see it's a bit better. A few of these as well. So we've got just general aviators here. Some sports sunglasses. Dark sunglasses. There's the hippie ones. Half frames. Thick rims. Hippie just general glasses. Give a bit to piece as well. Monocles. Eye patches. A few pit rings as well. Some on the eyebrow. General earrings. One on the lip. One in the nose. And then a stud in the nose. Lower face, so this is down here, so we've got cigarettes, got cigars, XCOM bandana, Wonder Skull, biker, stripes, solids, and then a couple of bits and pieces here, samurai masks here, and then a mutant mask there. Lovely. Okay. Facial hair, if you want any, then feel free to have some. If not, then, you know, don't feel obliged. So we've got goatees. Chin curtains. These colours are all obviously the same as your hair colour. I don't believe they can be differentiated as a warning. We've got the mutton chops, sideburns on the sides. Should probably have a little bit more sideburns actually. You can see it's a bit more. Muttons and stash, short burns, scruffy beard, sideburns and goatee, 5 o'clock shadow, stubble. A short horseshoe. Let's do it this way then. Short mustache. Stubble muttons. Stubble sides. And then just a scrappy beard. Lovely. Then we have got a face paint. If you want any face paint, you can do. Not a lot of people tend to pick these, but I'll show them nonetheless. Fear of Divide. We've got Blood Splatter. Warrior Skull. Celtic Warrior. Killer Clown. Metal, Bandit, Kabuki, Midnight Warrior, and then some here, Archon, Berserkers, Chrysalids, Faceless, Gatekeepers, Mutons. We've got Maris. These are actually pretty cool. I can see some of these getting used. B, C, and D. And then we've got Arid, some Eye Blacking, Sharpshooter, and Skull. There. Lovely. Scars as well, the last one here. So a few bits and pieces. I'll try and find these where possible. Some of these are pretty hard to see. So we've got a half face burn on the left. We've got a cheek burn on the right. We've got an eye burn, which is there. We've got a face burn, which is kind of like just all over. Slash along the temple, which is up there. Brown cheek slash, which is there. Iron cheek, which is in there. We've got a lip slash. We've got a slash on the cheek, which is over there. Got one on the ear, which is there. All over the place. We've got some stitches on the left brow. Cheek stitch there. Cheek stitch also there. A little bit extra. Cheek and brow down there. Brow stitch on the right, you can see that. Lower cheek stitch, you can see that. Lower lip. Upper lip. Stitches everywhere. Then a few extra ones. We've got serious smile. We've got X. My God. We got piece together. My God. We got a double slice on the eye. Double slice on the nose. And we've got birds. Okay, so that is all of the head done. Lovely. Next up is the body, which is the last main bit of creation. So we've got our various armor colors. Armors can be two-toned, so you'll need to, you'll need to have a little bit of kind of memory and kind of thinking what you do and don't want. I'm just going to quickly give him some stuff to better differentiate, so you can see colors a bit better here. So you've got your main armor color, and then you've got your secondary color. Main armor color will affect, so I say, general torsos, as well as a few bits and pieces as well. If I get a different set of legs, let's say those. So you can see here the main armor color affects like the outer layers of like most of the stuff here, and then the secondary will affect stuff like the packs, the inner trousers there, and on the back here as well. And that's generally what is affected. Okay, so let's go through all the colors. I'll just go through here. It's going to be a good way to show this off. There are a lot of colors, everyone. A lot of colors. So, preferably, upper for main secondary, just put the first number with your first color, second number for your second color. Let's go through them all. So, we have got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as we go through these, you'll see, some of those sort of fairly similar sort of ideas. If you just want to give you just a color and like a shade and just, the odds are you'll probably see what color you want before I go through it here. But, just get it all done. It's completionist sake sort of thing. There's nothing missed. A warning as well, that you can also get armor designs, sort of patterns, pattern designs on your armors. These will also be affected by your colors by two tones. So if you have like a particular design in mind that you'll see later on, then feel free to come back here and give me like an idea of what you want. Give me like if it's like a main, say like a main green and a sub black. However you want to describe it to me, or maybe like a main sort of like a beige, and then like a sub gray, or any kind of design you want, or even just tell me like like a woodland camo, like an urban sort of design, digital camo sort of thing, and I can make stuff up for you. I've got no problem with that. So you've got your purples, you got your browns, you've got your grays. Damn it, I hate when that happens. Your greys continued. And then you've got your funky colours. So you've got your deep reds, oranges, your yellows and golds, your greens, your blues. You got purples, your pinks, your whites, and then your blacks, and then whatever colour that is. I've never worked it out. Okay, then we'll go to secondary armour. So this is going to mainly affect... let me just quickly do this here, actually. Character, attitude, laid back. Thank you. That'll make life a little bit easier for me. Body, secondary. Okay, and so you can see again, it's the same. It's different set of colours here. So we'll go from quickly here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Why there's so many secondary armor colours, I don't necessarily know. It's kind of crazy that there's so many different colours, but there is. So I'll show them off to you regardless. So you've got some sort of grayscales here. Then you've got some different kind of browns. Then you've got your sort of like your woodland colours. Go into your more urbans, sort of like stand areas, that sort of thing. Desert camos. Sort of variants of greys. So sort of like digital stuff. You've got blues. Darks for sort of like more like night operations. And then you've got these coming in here. Yeah, there is. It's an impressive amount of colours, everyone. It really is. Like it's frightening. So 9, and then you've got all your colours here, which are all the same colours we saw earlier. I believe there is no difference. So just you've seen the colours. You know what these are. We're all good there. Okay then, so then we've got armor patterns. So let me change armor design to show us a little bit better. Torso. Some armors will give the colors a little bit better. The armor designs will show off a little bit more than others. So you just have to play around with that. So there's various different designs. Again, these will be modified as based on your colors, your digitals, your classics. You've got Alien, which I think is not too bad. Tundra. Hex, which I've always really enjoyed. You've got Arid, pretty popular. Your Blots. Happy Faces. Zebra Stripes. You've got your Plaids. Your Tiger Stripes. Why does this bar never want to work? So, you've got Hearts. Dots, I think it's pretty good. Stripes. A Wild Pattern. You've got your Shamar, and a few different ones here. Alien Structures, Viper Armors, Alien Cell, Mutant Armor, and then your Snake Skin. Okay, so there's your armor designs. Okay, then you've got your arms. So you've got two choices. You've either got just a general preset of arms here. Arm 0, Arm 1, Arm 2, Arm 3, Arm 4, and Arm 5. You can also, if you want, you can also just mix and match some options around here. So you've got your left and right arms, which have these. There's many sort of like Anarchy Pack stuff. You can have that on the left, as well as also the right. And then you can also modify the shoulders to have some extra bits and pieces. So you've got a pauldron there, spike pauldron, shoulder pad, one with feathers, and one without. And the same for the right shoulder as well. Okay, then we've got the actual torsos themselves. So we've got a few general designs. You've got like one which is more kind of like the old XCOM outfits, and then we've got sort of more guerrilla stuff, sort of more general sort of lighter armor. There's torso 3, kind of a bit more sort of modern style. You've got bare chested. You've got like an anarchy plate with some bits, spider vest and chain. Chrysalid Hunter vest with spiked shoulders, that's actually pretty cool. And XCOM vest with a knife on it. Actually, those aren't too bad. I kind of like those. Then you've got your legs. So heading on further down. So you've got your general stuff. So you've got legs 0, legs 1, legs 2, legs 3. The idea is that these are kind of like designed to match with the appropriate torso. You can mix and match if you want. And you've got some bits and pieces here. Cargo pants and sort of heavy armor, which I actually think is actually pretty good. Blast padding on that one. Some cargo pants of a lighter armor. Rockstar pants. You've got hot pants. Oh boy. And then you've got some shorts and with some blast padding. Yes, to protect the important bit. You know, I can respect that. I can respect that. You got tattoos as well that you can have on both the left and right arm. These can also have their own individual color. I'm not going to go into the colors of this because I imagine most people are going to want probably black tattoos. But if you want a tattoo that's of a different color, just tell me the color and I'll go and put it in. But I will not go through every single color for that because that's a lot of stuff to go through. It's a lot of stuff to go through. We've got barcodes there. There's a death sleeve, earth sleeve, ace in the hole, shadow wolf, and then one of Shen, which is a thing. So yeah, same for the right arm, exactly the same options. And again, if you want a color, just tell me a color. I'm not going through 100 options of that. It's unnecessary. Okay then, and lastly we have your weapons. So let me get you to change your stats so I can see a little bit better here. I'll also go ahead and make you, rookie for the rifle. So lastly you have weapons. You have a weapon color and a weapon design, which is really, really cool. So we'll go for the weapon colors first. Again, there is quite a lot. This is the same colors that was before for your armors. I think it might actually be like for like a numbering system. Very possible. But I'll go through them all one more time. So you've got your reds. You've got your oranges. You've got your yellows. And go into your greens. Now, not only on top of this, but there is also various weapon camos and designs you can have. The colors you choose will affect how the camos look. So if you want, again, like a more specific actual design, but you don't know what colors will make it, you can just tell me sort of what you want. And I'm happy to make that work. But if you want just a blank gun, that's no problem with that as well. You're usually going to mix of both over the course of the series. You've got your greys. And then going into your lighters. And then you've got your funky colors, so the reds, oranges, your yellows. I'm going through these pretty quick, but you know, you probably know, you can see most of the colors. You probably don't need to see them on the gun. And then your pinks. This stuff here. There you go. Okay, and then, yes, you've got your various patterns. There's quite a lot of these. These, I think, are exactly the same patterns that was for your armors. I believe it's the exact same list. I could be wrong, but that shows off for you just quickly as well. Now, as we go through the game, we will get different kinds of armors for our troopers as we research more and understand more about the aliens. We'll get better armors, which means that armor designs will change for your characters. As such, you may, like, as we go through, if you do wish to any updates to your character designs throughout the series, just put in a comment and I'll update them as soon as I can. Usually I record a few videos in advance, so just bear in mind the change won't happen immediately, but feel free to give me some descriptions of what you want updated, and I'll do it. And other than that, that's pretty much everything, folks. That is all for your design process. So put it in, you can either send the template with your submission in the comment section below. You can also send it into the Discord server. I've got no problem how you wish to send it to me, and again, as full or as not full as you want, I have no issues at all. And again, any questions of the selection process, send me a message, send me a comment. I'll respond to it as soon as I've seen it and as soon as YouTube decides to tell me that you've actually sent it, because it's sometimes a bit funky. I'll be keeping an eye on the video. Don't worry about it. Thank you very much for your time. Alright then, so it is time for character creation, manual creation for female soldiers. This is covering female specifically. If you've managed to get here and wish to create a male character specifically, I would ask you to go back in the video to the relevant timestamp and create your character in that section, as the two have some different options and availabilities of items of what is and isn't available. So for a more accurate creation process, I would encourage you to look at that part of the video. Okay then, so a reminder that there will be a template available for your character creation in the comment section below. It is geared towards male, so you might need to edit it slightly for some female stuff potentially, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And also a reminder as well that you can fill in as much or as little as you want. There is no obligation to fill out entirely if you don't want to. Even if you just want to give me a more generalized idea, sort of like a name, sort of some classes, you know, a general design of how they look, want me to have some creative control over how to actual specifics, I've got no problems with that. I'm happy to do a little bit of work there, but you gotta give me something. You can't just give me a name and class and say off you go. I need something to work with, you know, a bit of give and take here. You understand. Again, so let's go to the character pool, and we are going to be using Sarah Ryan for this one. Is going to be our test subject for the day. You lucky person. Okay, so we're going to go through the list from top to bottom. So first of all, we're going to go through to character infos. So you'll need to give me a first and last name. You do have to give me something to fit in both fields. The game won't accept blanks. You'll get a limit of 11 for your first name, 11 characters, and you have a limit of 15 characters for your last name. You also get a nickname, which you can give me one if you want. You have a limit of 11 characters. This will be given to your character as soon as you reach Sergeant class in the game. If you don't give me one, the game will generate one for you, and it could be about anything. So I don't know what it's going to be, but pretty much everything else is not locked by class. I've managed to kind of get that to work. Biography. If you want to give me a little biography of your character, then feel free to do so. You're definitely not obliged to, however. If you don't, then I'll just update whatever's given to you to better represent the character that you have given me. So, you know, if that person's called, you know, like, I don't know, Jen, then I would obviously name it Jen. Makes sense. Okay, then we go to classes. So, this is how the character selection process is going to work. So, for the purposes of this Call to Arms, there will be 5 different classes that you can choose your characters to be. They are the 4 base classes, being Ranger, Sharpshooter, Grenadier, Specialist, and then Psi Operative will also be included as well. I understand that Psi Operative is a separate class in this game, so as such I'll be including it into the character creation process. Now, when you choose your classes, you can have your characters to be as many or as few character classes as you want, and what will happen is every time in the game where I get a squad or above who's rolled into the game and has a defined rank, I will select randomly from the pool of every person who has chosen the relevant class. I love how I actually press confirm, that's their name. The relevant class. So say if we got hold of a specialist, for example, I would go to every character in the pool that chose specialist, randomly roll, one person would get their name picked out the hat, and then they would then be created in the game in full and will replace said character. Now what this means is that, say, if you were to take every character class and say you don't mind, then you'll be in the poll for every character role that's ever done. If you say want to specifically say have a character who's only a ranger, I've got no problems with that. But it does mean that your character is only less likely to get in because they're only going to get into ranger roles, and there will not be preference given to play characters with only one specific character class. So just bear that in mind. It's a bit of a trade-off. An additional thing to note is if you decide that you want your classes to be a Psi Operative, please give me a second class on top. I would, as standard, suggest giving me 2 classes anyways, but especially for Psi Ops, they are not available at the start of the game, and those who were in XCOM 2, remember, I didn't get Psi Ops until super late into the campaign, so if you only choose Psi Op, you may not get into the game for some time if you ever get in at all. So please, don't just choose Psi Op, it will be a bit of a waste. Please choose something else on the side, I beg of you. Okay then, so that's about all. Again, if there's any questions in the process that we're going through, feel free to throw it in the comment section below and I will answer as soon as I can. Okay, let's go into character information. So, we've got nationalities. There are various nations available for you to select your characters from. I tried to get a mod to give me more nations. I just couldn't get it to work for whatever reason, but there's plenty of choice here for the map, for your character and relevant nationality. Plenty of choice. We've got gender, which of course for the purpose of this will be female. We've got voices, so there are a plethora, an impressive amount of voice banks available in this game, even more than XCOM 2. Very, very impressive stuff. As such, we're going through previews of these. If you want just something just specific, then just tell me. But I'll go through them so you can hear them and choose what you want. We'll go through the English-speaking ones in a little bit more detail. So we've got American 1.
Will do. Roger that. 10-4.
American 2.
Got it. Location confirmed. Affirmative.
American 3.
Good to go. Double time. Location confirmed.
American 4.
No need to ask twice. Roger that. On it.
American 5.
Go, go, go. I'm all over it. Getting it done.
American 6.
Running. Location confirmed. Moving out.
American 7.
Will do. On it. Double time.
American 8.
Got it. Move, move, move. Location confirmed.
American 9.
No need to ask twice. Moving out. Got it. Moving.
American 10.
Got it covered. Go, go, go. Got it.
UK 1.
Double time. 10-4. Copy that.
UK 2.
Got it. Moving. Moving out. Solid copy.
UK 3.
I'm all over it. Rolling out. Getting it done.
UK 4.
Location confirmed. I'm all over it. Running.
Australian 1.
Copy that. On the move. Running.
Australian 2.
10-4. Roger that. Stepping off.
Okay. Then we go into the various dialects. These are all in the actual language that is given, which is pretty cool. We'll go through these pretty quick. So we've got French 1.
Bien reçu. Je confirme la position.
French 2.
C'est tout bon. Allez, on bouge.
French 3.
Reçu 5 sur 5. Ok, je bouge.
French 4.
J'y vais. 5 sur 5.
French 5.
Bien compris. 5 sur 5.
French 6.
C'est tout bon. Pas besoin de demander 2 fois.
French
Je
7.
pense.
Oh, sorry.
Je m'en charge. J'y vais.
French 8.
Je m'en charge. Tout de suite.
French 9.
J'y cours. D'accord. C'est tout
French
bon.
10. Oh,
J'y suis déjà. J'y vais.
okay then. Going into the Germans. So German 1.
Position bestätigt. Jawohl.
German 2.
Bin schon dabei. Jawohl.
German 3.
Und ab geht's. Rücke aus.
German 4.
Wird erledigt. Schon unterwegs.
German 5.
Los geht's. Schon unterwegs.
German 6.
Das lasse ich mir nicht zweimal sagen.
I have no idea what she just said.
Schon dabei.
German 7.
Rücke aus. Schon unterwegs.
German 8.
Spurte los. Und ab geht's.
German 9.
Bin gleich da. Schon dabei.
German 10.
Los geht's. Bin schon dabei.
Okay then. Into the Italians. Italian 1.
Su, su. Ricevuto.
Italian 2.
Ok, mi muovo. Agli ordini.
Italian 3.
Roger. Scatto.
Italian 4.
Corro. Ci penso io.
Italian 5.
Corro. Affermativo.
Italian 6.
Si può fare. Su.
Italian 7.
Ok, mi muovo. Scatto.
Italian 8.
Scatto. Affermativo.
Italian 9.
Forte e chiaro. Vado.
Italian 10.
Si può fare. Corro.
Okay then. Into the Spanish. These are usually pretty popular actually. Spanish 1.
Paso ligero. Eso haré.
Spanish 2.
Bien. Vamos.
Spanish 3.
Afirmativo. Enseguida.
Spanish 4.
Bien. No hace falta repetirlo.
Spanish 5.
Corriendo. Ubicación confirmada.
Spanish 6.
Queda claro. Enseguida.
Spanish 7.
Ya estoy. Ubicación confirmada.
Spanish 8.
Eso haré. Ubicación confirmada.
Spanish 9.
Ubicación confirmada. Queda claro.
Spanish 10.
Paso ligero. Bien. En marcha.
Okay, we've got a couple of extra DLC packs I've just got lying around here. So these are the Exalts. These are like the resistance forces back from Enemy Within. Very cool. Sort of just general garbalized sort of sounds, but many good memories of fighting them in Exalt 2. Kind of like a higher pitch. And then we've got Annette here, who is from Enemy Unknown or whatever else.
All right. On the move.
Which is sort of like a French accent, English speak. If there's something you want here which isn't available and you really want it, you can let me know and I see what I can do for you. You know, voices are pretty important in this game. About the only thing I'm willing to kind of do a little bit of work, see if there's anything you want to get particularly. I'll see what I can do for you, but I make no guarantees.
Double time.
So, that is all of the voices done. Then we've got attitudes, just general standing pose. Don't think it makes a huge difference here. So we've got by the book, we've got laid back, we've got normal, we've got twitchy, happy-go-lucky, hard luck, and intense, as you can see here. Lovely. Okay then, so let's go into the characters in a little bit more detail. So we've got the heads first. So there are a few presets of bases for heads. So we've got face A, face B, face C, face D, face E, face F, and face G. Kind of a base to work from. And then we've got the hair. So there are plenty of different hairstyles. So I'll try and show you off as best as I can here. So we've got long straight. I should probably let me change your class quickly. Let me make you into like specialist. There we go. Actually, no, just keep there we go. Just so you can see things in a bit more detail. So yes, we've got so long straight. So a long straight with bangs. We've got a long wavy. We've got a pixie cut. We've got a ponytail. Bangs and a bun. Just a general bun. We've got a ponytail. Ponytail with some bangs. There's a dirty ponytail. And a one with bangs. And then we've got a loose bun. We've got bangs and bun. Bangs and bun. We got a dirty braid. Just a more neater braid. We got a knitting needle bun. We got bob. Shaved faux hawk you saw earlier. We got a half-shaved undercut. Some of the female actual hair designs are actually really cool. I think some of them are really, really good. Punk. Got a close crop. We got a buzz cut faded, as well as a standard. We've got a flat afro. We've got a more exemplified afro. We got some dreads. Dreads in a ponytail. Script is a bit further down. We got cornrows. Some wild dreads here. One more into a ponytail. Spiky mohawk. And we got mohawk more standard. Viking here, and then we've got the blowout, which is a reference to the original XCOM game, because pretty much all the soldiers in the game had this hairstyle for reasons I don't understand. They just did. We've got the Anarchy packs, which have been expanded a little bit since XCOM 2. So we've got a top knot faded version, as well as a more standardized. We've got a tall mohawk here, one with fade. We've got short mohawks, one with stripes, one without. We got a top braid here with whatever that is. We got spiky. We got pigtails. One with some fade. And then we have the avatar, which is like floating hair and stuff. Very cool. Actually, let me just quickly give you like just to make life a little bit easier for me. I'll just give you like Pixie or something. Okay, I've actually got the hair color. There's a few hair colors in this game, not a huge amount, but you know, enough to keep things busy. So go through these. So you've got your browns. Just put in the number in the template. That's all really good. Going into sort of like your more blondes. You got like your reds. Then you got your blacks. Deeper blacks here. Then you got your funky colours. So you got your reds, your oranges, you got your greens, your blues, purples and pinks, whites, and then your kind of like gold. Very good. Eye colour as well, which I hopefully you guys will be able to see as best as possible. Quite a few of these will actually as well. So you've got 0, which is just like your general hazelnut brown. You've got 1, which is scary. You've got 2, which is scarier. Then you've got 3, so you've got your blues. You've got your greens. Going into like yellows. And then you've got your funky colours, so you've got your reds, golds. All sorts of frightening colours here. Deep blues, pink, purple, white, and a black. There you go. Alright then. That is not... Sometimes it comes out both menus. I don't know why. Okay, then we've got race and skin colour. So these two are linked, depending on what race it is, but also vary to your skin colour. So The way he probably positions is to, like, even just put his race and just go with, like, 0 and then comma and then the color of your skin color, because it does matter. So, for example, this is race 0. So the skin colors for that. So basically we've got 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, and 06. So you've got like Caucasian, you've got sort of black, you've got sort of Asian, and then I guess you've got like more mixed race. For lack of a better way of describing it. Apologies if I'm offending anyone. So we've got 1. So go to skin color. So we've got 1 0, 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6. Go to race 2. So we've got 2 0, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3. That was 2 2 there. 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. Then going to race 3, we've got 3 0, 3 1, 3 2, 3 3. Up there. 3 4, 3 5, 3 6. Okay, all fairly happy? Good, I hope so. Okay, we've got helmets and hats. There is quite a lot of these, actually, in this game. Now, this has been expanded significantly since the XCOM 2. So you've got various helmets and hood combinations for the Reapers, which is one of the factions of the game. There's a different variant here of the hood. You can see the difference there. And the helmet, 2 different helmets for both of those. We've got the Skirmishers. And then we've got the Templars. I would be careful about using too much of these, because, you know, the factions have their individuality, but, you know, it's your choice in the end. We've got sort of ball caps, backwards, bandanas, headbands. These colours of these will be affected by your choice of armor colour, just bear in mind. So just remember that these colours are... I believe these are mainly affected by your secondary armor colour choice, but I could be wrong. Again, if you just want to give me a description of what you want, I can make it up from there. That's not a problem. Going into the Anarchy packs, we've got Kaiser helmet, we've got a gas mask, metal skull, pretty frightening. You'll probably kill someone with that. Welder's mask. We've got the space helmet. Yeah, some of these are definitely new. Like, some of these I have no memories of at all, which is kind of cool. I appreciate that. We've got the night helms A and B. We've got voodoo hats. We've got some masks. Very nice. So we've got goggles there. Got like sort of Final Fantasy 7 Sid style there. Going into the spider mask. Muzzles. With extra bits. Standard muzzle. And then the aviator helmet with the extra bits. And Android, which is scary. Very scary. A few Advent bits and pieces as well. So we've got like an Advent captain hat. Helmets, stun lancers, your shield bearers, your troopers, the avatar, which forces the avatar hair, and then the Andromedon, which forces bald. And then we got a few other ones where we got like the floppy Bonnie, which I actually quite like. I think it's pretty good. We got ourselves a long hood and a ski mask there. Lovely. Okay then, upper face props. A few of these in as well, if you want any of this. We've got the aviators, sport sunglasses, we've got darks. The hippie sunglasses, the half frames, the thick rims, general hippies, you know what I mean. Monocles, eye patches, various bits and pieces. Again, don't feel obliged to have any of these if you don't want to. There's absolutely no... Don't feel that you have to fill in the template just because it's there. Don't at all. And then you've got your lowers, so cigarettes, cigars, XCOM bandana, skull, biker, your stripes, solids, and a couple of masks here, and then a mutant mask that is there. Lovely. Okay, going to face paints. These generally don't get picked, but I'll show them off regardless. So we've got Fury Divide, some blood splatter there, very nice. Warrior Skull, Cutting Warrior, going through down these, and easy like you can have. I don't believe the colours of these are editable. I think you've just kind of got to go with what you see. I could be wrong about this, but as far as I know, this is what you got to run with. Not a big fan of some of these. The Maoris are pretty cool. I actually think that's actually not too bad. I think it's pretty decent. B, C, D, and your Arid, Eye Blackening, Sharpshooter, and then Skull. I could see that getting used by a couple of characters. Okay then, your oh, I've done that one. And then we got Scars, which you've got various bits and pieces of injuries. I'll try and show you as best we can. So there's a half-face burn on the left, there's a cheek burn on the right, there's a burn on the eye. I would suggest, like, if there is something particular, then you'll probably, like, scar-wise, you'll probably know what it is you want. And you'll probably just tell me anyways. But if not, then I can throw something in, but not a lot of people tend to have scarring on their characters. Some do. Maybe like a little something, but nothing too drastic. Then come on to here, Serious Smile. That is pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's unfortunate. That's regretful. And that is a very, very bad day. Lovely. Okay, going into the body, which is the last sort of big section of character creation. So, you've got a few different... let me actually change you, just to make this a bit easier to see. Put you on, like, laid back, for example. This should be good. Body. There we go. So, your main armors and your secondary armor colors. Your armors are... Yes, in two sections. You've got a main color, which tends to affect sort of like your outsides of the armors you're wearing. So, like your general vest, sort of like the outer leg gear and armor. As well as like arms as well are generally all sort of affected, as you can see here. And then you've got your secondary arm, which is your lighter shade. So your inner shirts and trousers. You've got like weapon packs, a few bits and pieces as well, stuff like that. So yeah, just bear in mind that it's all two-tone, so you can create as you wish. I'll go through both sets of colors. There's a lot of them, so we'll go through these fairly quickly. So this is your main armor, so you can see what is and isn't being affected. So you've got sort of just general colors here, your deserts, your blacks and digitals. Then you've got your actual color scales, so you've got your reds. Go through these pretty quick. Your oranges. Into your yellows. Like, you can be crazy creative with a lot of this stuff. It's really cool. Even if you don't start getting, like, fancy camos and designs, like, you can still have a lot of fun with the armor. Make it really, really distinctive. I've seen some amazing armor designs that have been sent to me over the course of doing these series. Really, really cool stuff. So your blues, your purples, your browns. Scroll this down. To work, thank you. Then you've got your darks, your greys, fading into the whites, and then you've got your wacky colors, so your vibrants, so your reds, your oranges. You probably know largely what color it is you probably want to have anyways, so that's why I'm just kind of speeding through here, so you can just get a general idea of what you want. Your purples, pinks, you've got your whites, some blacks, and then you've got like a weird kind of like Louis sort of color here. That's like an absolute pitch black. I think it actually looks really cool in a lot of armors, like having that. I think so. Then you've got your secondary armors. This is a different color set list. There is, again, a ton of colors. It's like crazy how many of these are. So, and some of them look almost identical to some others, you'd think, but you'd be surprised. So again, you've got sort of generalized sort of general patterns. Then you've got your actual color scales. So you've got sort of like your urban sort of colors. Then you've got like your sort of your gray scales, like digitals, stuff, that sort of thing. You've got sort of more kind of woodlands, so your darker browns, your oaks. Sort of a little bit more greener tinge onto these ones, so a little more sort of bushes. Then you've got sort of like more deserty, sort of sandy. Like so. Going to sort of more urbanized areas. So various greys. Then you've got your going into sort of like navies. There will be there are camos you can have for your armor designs as well. Those are two-tone affected, much like the colors here. So if there's something specifically you want, then just tell me, and I can look to make it work as best as I can. Blacks, and then you've got all your funky colors again. You've seen all these. You don't just see them again. Just bear in mind, obviously, what the numbers are. Lovely. Okay, then we've got our armor patterns. Let me get a better set of armor so you can see this a little bit better here. If I could ever select it, torso, that's the one. We'll give you torso 0 as a good way of showing this off here. So we'll go through the various armor patterns. Again, these are affected by your two-tone colors. So you can either have it blank, you can have other stuff. So you've got digital, you've got your classics, you've got alien, which I think is pretty cool, tundra, hex, one of my favorites. You've got arids, your blots, happy faces, zebras, plays, your tiger stripes, your hearts, your dots, which I also quite like as well. Stripes. You got your wild pattern, your shamar, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Your alien structure, which is pretty decent. Viper armors, alien cells, your mutant armors, and then your snake skins, which is pretty popular in this game. Usually I get a few people who choose snake skin. Lovely stuff. Okay, next up we've got your arms. So there are two ways you can do this. There are either 6 sets of presets of arms here, as you can see. Arm 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These also go along with your torsos as well. There's like a torso 0, 1, 2, and 3, as well as legs as well. There is also some presets, so leg 0, 1, 2, and 3. They're kind of designed to be like 4 general sets of armor, which you can mix and match if you wish. But it's like leg 0 and armor 0 and arm 0 is all kind of like meant to be one thing. So, you know, you can mix and match things. Or if you want, you can actually have something a little bit more different. So you can have left and right arm have both options here. So you can have some bits and pieces. Ammo gauntlets, dusters, straps, spike gauntlets. Again, same for the right arm, like so. And then your shoulders have some options as well. So you can have pauldrons, spikes, shoulder pad with or without feathers. So you either have these 4 or just arms, one or the other, as I've tried to demonstrate in the template. Okay, going into the torso. So yeah, you've seen the torsos. So we've got torso 0, which is like the old XCOM armors. We've got torso 1, which is kind of a bit more sort of heavy-duty stuff. I actually quite like it. Torso 2 is probably my favorite in the game. I really like it. And then torso 3 is kind of like sort of blast padding, that sort of thing. And then you've got a bear, just in the sort of in the vest. You've got a breastplate, one with spikes and straps. These have been extended out a lot since XCOM 2, and I think a lot of these are actually really good now. I didn't think very much of them. This one's got like a little tattoo on it. There's a vest or a knife. I think a lot of these are really, really good, so do like them. Then we've got the legs, so we'll go through them quickly here. So you've got leg 0, 1, 2, that's all secondary color for your armor, by the way. Legs 3, same again. And then you've got like sort of combinations, so cargo pants with the heavy armor, as you can see here. Pants with a bit of blast padding. Some cargo pants with some lighter armor. I think these are all like pretty good. So like rockstar pants. Some hot pants. Yup, that's a thing. And you got shorts with some blast padding to cover the important areas, and just general shorts there. Lovely. Also, you can get tattoos as well. Let me take this gauntlet off here. I'm only going to show off the tattoos. If you want a color specifically other than black, then just tell me and I'll put it in. But I imagine most people probably want just black tattoos, normally speaking. So Chrysalid Killer, Berserker Hunter, Snake Wrap. Obviously, bear in mind, if you have stuff covering up your arms, you ain't going to be able to see this. So just a warning. Barcodes, the Death Sleeve, the Earth Sleeve, Ace in a Hole, which let's see in a little bit. There's also a bit on the back, on the elbow, Shadow Wolf, and then you've got one for Shen's last gift. Just like that. And the same options available on the right side too. Okay, and then lastly we have weapons, the last part to do. So, let me quickly get you back onto a more easy to see stance. Normal should be good. Weapon, here we go. Okay, so yeah, so colors. So you have options for your colors. The color patterns here, I believe this is exactly the same as the colors you had earlier for like your primary armors. I think it might actually be like for like colors here. I'm fairly sure that it is. It's the same idea. You've got your reds going into your oranges down here. And again, much like your armor, you can also have designs as well on your guns. It's the same armor designs you can have on your guns as well for like camos and stuff. And again, these are all also somewhat affected by the color of your gun. So again, if there's something sort of a particular design you're looking for, feel free to just tell me what said design is, and I'm happy to try and accommodate as best I can. But you're not obliged to have one if you don't want to. There's your blues, your purples, and then yeah, you've got like obviously your sort of your darks going into your sands, the grayscales going into the whites. And then you've got your reds and all your fancy, crazy colours here. Which the weapon camos and weapon colours tend to get quite a lot of these. Just crazy, crazy gun colours. And your pinks, your whites, blacks. I usually quite like the black on the gun. Especially like 94, I always like that in the gun, just the solid black. Don't know why, I just think it looks really good. And like a blue sort of tint there. And then, yeah, as I said, your weapon patterns. Exact same pattern list as you had on your armors. There is absolutely no change here. And again, the color you choose for your weapon will affect how these look. So, quickly run from one more time. Your hearts, dots, stripes. Your wilds, Chars, and your alien versions here. Well, Mule and armor is always tricky to see, I think, on the gun. And then your snake skin there. And that's everything. So feel free to put your created characters templates into the comment section below. You can also, if you want, put them into the Discord server as well. I've got no problems with that. But that's everything should be good. As always, if you've got any questions, then please let me know. If there's anything particular that's missing, I'll let you know as well. And it's all about communication. But other than that, thank you very much for your time in putting your characters together, and hopefully you ain't going to get shot to death immediately. I do my damnedest, but this is XCOM. I can't make guarantees in this game. It's going to be pretty rough, everyone. It's the way it goes. Alright then, so that's going to be all for the videos. Thank you all very much for watching. I wish all your characters the best of luck in their endeavours. Reminder that this Call to Arms will be closing on June the 20th at midnight. So you've got 10 days to put in your characters, which should be plenty enough time to get things done. Any submissions after that date will not be guaranteed entry into the series. But I can see what I can do here. But yeah, other than that, again, any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'll respond to them as best as I can. And other than that, I wish you all the best of luck in the campaign. A few videos, a few days time I should say, I'll be uploading some videos with CM Fury, going through the tutorial, a couple bits and pieces, getting a feel for the game. And then yeah, next week we delve into XCOM 2 War of the Chosen on my own. Would it be bad to say I almost want to lose this game? We came so close to losing in XCOM 2. I'm like, can this game actually beat me? We'll see. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.